Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Navami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketa Secha. The last class, I gave a summary of Dvitiya Valli of the Dvitiya Dhyaya. Could not complete. Will complete today. We can repeat from the first mantra. Puram Ekadashadvaram
Puram Ekadashadvaram
Ajasya Vakrachetasaha
Ajasya
Vakrachetasaha
Anushtayana Shochati
Anushtayana Shochati
Vimuktascha Vimuchyate
Vimuktascha Vimuchyate
Etadvaitat Agum Sashutishat
Agum Sashutishat
Vasurantarikshat
Vasurantarikshat
Otavedishat
Otavedishat
Atitir Nasat
Adither
Duronasat
Drishadvara Sadrisat
Rishatvara Sadrishat
Vyomasat
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 Abja Gojar Taja
Abjagojaratacha.
Adrijaratam Brihat.
Adrijaratam
The first and the second mantra, Brahma is presented. The first mantra, it is Atma. Ekadasha Dwara Nivasi, Pura Nivasi, Atma. And in the second mantra, that Atma alone appears as everything. Iti. So, Anushtaya Nididyasanam Yaha Nididyasanam Karoti Saha Nashochati Saha Jivan Mukta Bhavati. Vimuktascha Maranat Anantaram Vimuchyate. It becomes Videga Muktaha iti. So the these two mantra, Brahma is presented. Brahma as everything, appearing the form of everything presented. It is what began all the Nama Rupa, Adhishtana Brahma. Then the next one, third mantra, Urdhvam Pranam Unnayati.
Urdhvam
Urdhvam Pranam Unnayati.
Apanam Pratyagasyati.
Apanam
Apanam
Pratyagasyati.
Pratyagasyati.
Madhye Vamanamasīnam.
Madhye
Madhye
Vamanamasinam.
Vamanamasinam.
Vishve Deva Upasate.
Vishve Deva
Vishve Deva
Upasate.
Upasate.
In this mantra, the prana, this Atma, the presence of Atma only, prana, indriyas, everything function. And indriyas, they serve this Atma. Atma, Madhye, Vamanam. Vamanam is Sambhajaniyam, Bhashakara says. Sambhajaniyam, adorable, worshipable, Asinam. And Sarve, Vishve is Sarve. Vishve is, the word is Sarvanama Shabda. Vishve is Sarve. Sarve Devaha, Sarve. This Devaha representing the Indriyas, all the Indriyas, Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, Vasate. So in the presence of Atma, everything functions. So Atma is the Adara. Here, Devaha means Indriyani. So, therefore, from this mantra, what the Upanishad says is the Atma can be very well established. Its presence can very well be known because of the functioning of Indriyas and Prana. Because of the presence of Atma, everything functions. So, there is a yukti, there is a reasoning. What yukti? Shruti Sammartha yukti. The yukti, the logic in keeping with the Shastram. So it is, there is a logical thinking, a reasoning is there. Minus Atma, they don't exist. In the presence of Atma, they function. Therefore, it is Atma, the presence of Atma only, what makes them alive, active, what makes the body sentient. Then the next following two mantras, the Atma is presented as through Anvaya Vyatireka. Through Anvaya Vyatireka Mukha, that the lingam, that is the hint or the clue are used to present the Swarupa Adhigame in knowing the nature of Atma. That in the presence of Atma is there, then prana, etc. they are there. Minus Atma, they don't exist. So Anvaya Vyatireka, okay, it is presented. We will read Asya Visram Samanasya
Asya visramsamanasya
Sharirastasya dehinah
sharirastasya dehinah
Dehat vimuchyamanasya
dehat vimuchyamanasya
Kimatra parishishyate
kimatra
Matra
parishyate
Parishyate
Na pranena na panena
na pranena
Pranena
na
Napanena
Martyo
panena
jivati kaschana
martyo
Matyo
jivati
Jivati
kashana
Kashchana
Itarena tu jivanti
Itarena
itarena tu jivanti
Yasmin neta upashutau
Yasminneta Upashritau.
So, in the third and the fourth mantra, through Anvaya Vyatireka Mukha, it is presented. That is, Atma is present, the body is sentient. Atma is not there, when the Atma leaves the body. Asya visram samanasya sharirasya deginaha deghatimuchyamanasya kimatra parishishyate kimapi na. When the Atma leaves the body becomes Jada insentient. It is Jada only, although it is Jada only. So, this is Anvaya Vyatireka. So, reasoning. So, that is Shruti Sammata Yukti. Then the next mantra, the body is sentient not because of Atma, not because of Prana. Prana is because some may argue, like what the Bhashyakara says, Prana di apagamateva idam vidvastam bhavati iti syat matam. Some people may have the view or the matam, the idea that Prana lives, therefore Atma also lives. Prana lives, therefore the body is insentient. The Prana alone gives sentiency to the body. There are some people who think, some people think Indriyas, some people think Prana, so they don't accept Atma because there is no linga, there is no appreciation of the linga for the presence of this Atma. This Prana is there, that is the breathing in, breathing out, all these are the linga. So it is visible linga, visible evidence. So therefore they take it as the pramana, prana. So on the departure of prana, yapana, the body naturally gets destroyed. Therefore prana is a cause. Upanishad says no. Prana, it is not by prana, rapana, manusyaha jivati, by something else, in which all these are entwined. These two depend. What is that? That is Atma iti. Then the next mantra, Raja, is a pratigya that what happens to this Atma after Maranam. And this is what Nachiketa has, this Gugyam Brahma Sanatanam Aham Bhakshyami iti. We will read. Hantata idam pravakshyami.
hantata idam pravakshyami
Guhyam Brahma Sanatanam.
guhyam
Yam
brahma
Brahma
sanatanam
Sanatanam
Yatha cha maranam prapya.
yatha
Yatha cha
maranam
Maranam
prapya
Prapya
Atma bhavati gautama.
atma bhavati
Atma Bhavati
gautama
Gautama.
This Gugyam Brahma, the Sanatanam Brahma, Chirantanam Brahma, Aham Pravakshami, I will teach you. And also you listen to what happened to the Jiva, Maranam Prapya, what happened to this Atma, this Ajnani Jiva, not the Jnani, because Jnani already talked about. Saka Jivan, Mukta Bhavati, then Maranat Anantaram, Videha Mukta Bhavati. So here, this Ajnani Jiva, what happened to them? they get different bodies in keeping with their karma and the upasana. That is going to be the next mantra. Yoni manye prapadyante
योनि मन्ये प्रपद्यन्ते
sharirattvaya dehinaha
शरीरत्वाय
शरीरत्वाय
देहिनः
देहिनः
sthanam manyena sanyanti
स्थाणुमन्येन
तानुमन्येन
संयन्ति
संयन्ति
yatha karma yatha shrutam.
यथा
यथा
कर्म यथा
कर्म यथा
श्रुतम्
कृतम्
The jiva attain different shariram depending on the karma, depending on the shrutam, the upasana, that is the last samskara, the last thought. Whatever may be the thought, that what the jiva, the engages, in keeping with them, they attain different shariram. Pashu shariram or sthanam anye sanyanti iti, different shariram. There are different possibilities are there. So 8.4 lakhs, 84 lakhs, the different species are there, all these possibilities are there. So, and the Bhashakara quotes from the Shruti, Yata pragyam hi sambhavaha. Yata pragyam means in keeping with the samskara. Pragya here is samskara. Iti Shrutyantarat iti. Anya Shruti, that is Aitareya Aranyaka. From the Bhashakara quotes Yata pragyam. Yata Shrutam, for that Yata pragyam hi sambhavaha. Iti. Then, from the next mantra onwards, 8th mantra to the 15th mantra, there is Brahma, the description of Brahma. This Brahma, which is Chaitanyam, which is obtained in the body. This body mentions complex as Jiva, and that is Jagat Karanam. So, therefore, this Jagat Karanam Brahma alone is in this Shariram as Atma iti. So, in the 8th mantra, it is presented as Sakshi. As Sakshi in this Yashti Shariram, and that is Jagat Karanam. So there is Aikya Jnanam is presented in this mantra. We'll read Yesha Supteshu Jagarti
येष
यज्ञेश
सुप्तेषु
सुप्तेषु
जागर्ति
जागर्ति
Kamam Purusho Nirbhimanaha
कामं
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 पुरुषो
पुरुषो
निर्माणः
निर्विमाणः
Tadeva Shukram Tad Brahma
तदेव
तदेव
शुक्रं
सुखं
तद्ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
Tadeva Mritamuchyate
तदेवामृतमुच्यते
देवामृतमुच्यते
Tasmin Loka Shrita Sarve
तस्मिन्
तस्मिन्
लोकाश्रिताः
लोकाश्रिताः
सर्वे
सर्वे
Tadunatyeti Kaschana
तदुनात्येति
तदुनात्येति
कश्चन
कश्चन
Etadvaitat.
एतद्वै
एतद्वैतत्
This mantra, sometimes it is read at two mantras, but anyway, the Bhashyam is only one. So this Brahma, which is Sakshi, Chaitanyam, which is Jagat Karanam. Therefore, Jiva is, the Swarupam of Jiva is the Swarupam of Ishvara, Abhinnam. Therefore, there is no difference. So Aikya Jnanam is presented, and this Brahma alone in this Yashti Jiva projects the Swapna Prapancha, and by Swapna Prapancha, other, that Swapna Prapancha is Avastha. So similarly for the other Avastha also, Jagrata Avastha, Sushupti Avastha. Therefore, Avastha Traya Atitaha, this Atma Brahma, that alone is Jagat Karanapiti. Aikyam is presented. Then in the next two mantra, Drishtanta Dvayam are given in each mantra. One is Agni, other one is Vayu, to show that Brahma alone appears as everything, appears as this Jagat, the manifold Jagat. Let us read. Agnir Yathaiko Bhuvanam Pravishtaha
अग्निर्यतैको भुवनं प्रविष्टः
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकस्तथा
एकस्तथा
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
रूपं
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
रूपं
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 रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च बहिश्च
वायुरतैको भुवनं प्रविष्टः
यथैको
वायुर्यतैको
भुवनं
भुवनं
प्रविष्टः
प्रविष्टः
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
रूपं
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 रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकस्तथा
एकस्तथा
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
रूपं
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 रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च बहिश्च
यथा एकः अग्निः यथा एकः वायुः रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपः अग्निः प्रतिरूपः बभूव वायुः अपि रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव तद्वदेव आत्मा एकः आत्मा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा appears as many, but still it is not subject to samsara. Even though the Atma alone appears in the form of the Jiva, because the Jiva undergoes dukkam, samsara, Atma is not affected. Therefore, Bhagischa. Bhagischa, the word denotes asangatvam of the Atma. Atma is ever asamsari. It is free from samsara. Then the 11th mantra, the Surya Drishtanta was given to present that Atma is, this Atma is not influenced by this Prativasika or Vyavaharika. It is Paramarthikatvat. Therefore, they do not influence this Atma. So Atma is above this, not contaminated, not tainted by, not touched by this Vyavaharika or Pratibhasika reality, because it is Paramarthika. Therefore, it remains unaffected, and that is presented. Therefore, that is not subject to samsara. The same asangatvam, asamsaritvam is pointed out. Suryo yatha sarvalokasya chakshuhu
सूर्यो यथा
सूर्यो यथा सर्वलोकस्य चक्षुः
nalipyate chakshushairbhagyadoshaih
न
न
लिप्यते
लिप्यते
चाक्षुषैः भाग्यदोषैः
ekastata sarvabhutantaratma
एकस्तथा
एकस्तथा
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
nalipyate lokadukkhena bhagyah.
न
न
लिप्यते
लिप्यते लोकदुःखेन
लोकदुःखभाग्यः
भाग्यः
In the following three mantras, 12th mantra to 14th mantra, Aikya Jnanam is presented. Atma is Ekaha, which alone in this Sharira Manasangata, obtaining the Sharira, which is Nityaha. So Ekaha Atma, and this Nitya Atma, the one who knows, who understands this Atma, this as Ananda Swarupa Atma, that person, he will have Shanti. That person will have Shanti. So, this Atma, which is presented as Ananda Swarupa, it is available for knowing for the Dhira, for the Dhira Purusha, for the Viveki. The Viveki, the Dhiraha, understands that to be as oneself. Therefore, it is Aparokshataya. Aparokshataya, it is directly available for him. It is directly available for him. So, therefore, the self-evident Atma, which is not available for objectification by any pramana, and that is Ananda Swarupa Atma, this doesn't require any special anubhava. So, this Dhira Purusha, who understands that, he becomes Shantaha. He gains Shanti, not the other people. Other people, that is, those who don't recognize this fact, those who don't accept the Shastra Pramanam and do Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam, for them there is no Shanti. So, for the one who knows this Atma, there is Shanti. Swarupa Shanti. He gains as though he gains. There is no gaining. He understands, he recognizes his Swarupa to be Shanti. So Shanti is Swarupa, Sukham is its Swarupa. Therefore, Sukham Shashvatam, the two words. Sukham, that is Anandam. Shashvatam, that doesn't go away. It is forever because it is Swarupa, Swarupatvat. So, the one. Therefore, Dhiraha Anupashyanti. Dhiraha, they have this Swarupa Ananda. Swarupa Ananda Anubhava. Anubhava is not an experience. Here, the Swarupa, that understanding of oneself to be that Ananda Swarupa, those who see, Anupashyanti, those see this Atma, Tam Atmastam, which is obtained in this body, and that Atma is Ekaha, which is Sarva Bhutantaratma, therefore Aikya Jnanam, and Aikya Jnana Palam is Sukham, Shashvatam, Sukham Bhavati, Tasya Jnaninaha, Sukham Bhavati. And this Atma is Nityanam Nityaha, or Anityanam Nityaha, Chetananam Chetaha Ekaha, that Atma. Saha Sarvan Kaman Vidadhati, the one who is the giver of the Karmapala Data. So, knowing that, the person enjoys Sukham. Enjoys Sukham means it is not as an object, it is as oneself. Knowing that knowledge, the Ajnana Apanayane, this Jnane Udite, so he Anupashyanti, he sees that as myself, as oneself. And the palam is Shashvatam Sukham. So this is what presented in this mantra from 12th mantra to the 13th mantra. Aikya Jiveshwara, Aikya Jnanam, and the Jnana Palam. Jnana Palam is Mukti. Mukti in the form of Shanti, in the form of the Sukham. In another place we saw Paramam Sukham iti. The Sukham which is not comparable, ultimate Sukham. It is when a Sukham can be ultimate, not through Anubhava. It has to be by Swarupa. Then only it is Paramam Sukham. So let us read the mantra, 12th to 14th mantra. Eko Vashi Sarva Bhutantaratma.
Eko
Ekam Rupam Bhagudaya Karoti. Tamatmastam Yena Pashyanti Dhiraha. Tesham Sukham Shashvatam Netaresham. Nityo Nityanam Chetanascetananam. Eko Bahunam Yo Vidadhati Kaman. तमात्मस्तं येन पश्यन्ति धीराः
तमात्मस्थं येन पश्यन्ति
येन पश्यन्ति
धीराः
धीराः
तेषां शान्तिः शाश्वती नेतरेषाम्
तेषां शान्तिः शाश्वती
शान्तिः
तेषाम्
तेषाम्
तदेतदिति मन्यन्ते
तदेतदिति
तदेतन्ते
मन्यन्ते
अनिर्देश्यं परमं सुखम्
अनिर्देश्यं परमं
अनिर्देश्यं परमं
सुखम्
सुखम्
कथं नु तद्विजानीयाम्
कथं नु तद्विजानीयाम्
किमु भाति विभाति वा
किमु भाति विभाति वा
विभाति वा
second part of this mantra is Nachiketa's Prashna. Atma katham tad vijaniyam. How can it be known? Akam vijaniyam, how can I know it? Kim bhati va vibhati va. Kim bhati. Bhati is ba is to shine. So deepyate bhati va vibhati. Vispashtam drishyate va iti. And for that, Amar Maharaja says, the last shloka of this Valli, Natatra Suryo Bhati na Chandra Tarakam
न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकम्
Ema Vidyuto Bhanti Kutoyamagnihi
नेमा विद्युतो भाति
Tameva Bhantamanubhati Sarvam
तमेव भान्तमनुभूतं
Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati
तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति
Sarvam idam vibhati tasya bhasa. So this Atma Brahma is Sada Bhati. Asti Bhati. It is Asti Bhati. And it is Swayam Bhati. It doesn't require anything else. Therefore, it is self-evident. It is self-revealing. Tasmin Tatra Suryaha Nabhati. Surya also shines after this Atma. Chandra Tarakam api. Vidyut api. Swayam na bhanti te. They all shine after this Atma. Atma is self-revealing. It is self-shining, self-evident. By Atma alone, all this shines. All this exists. The existence of Atma doesn't depend. The existence is Atma, not existence of Atma. There is no Shashti. The existence which is Atma, the consciousness which is Atma, that alone Bhati. Everything shines after that alone, Atma alone. So therefore, Kutoyam Agnihi, what can this small Agni, the fire, small fire can do when this huge luminaries like Surya, etc., when they do not themselves reveal Atma, what to talk about the small Agni? So, therefore, by the light of Atma, everything shines. By the light is this light of Chaitanya, consciousness, the existence. Everything shines after this. So with this Valli is completed, and this mantra, it's a beautiful mantra. It is chanted during puja time. At the end of puja, arati time, it is chanted. That is Ishvara alone, Ishvara, Bhagavan alone makes everything shine. Everything shine after this Bhagavan alone, Ishvara alone. Bhagavan alone is in the form of this Jagat, the Nama Rupatmaka Jagat. It is He alone shines after, shines in everything, every object, every jiva, everything shines after this Bhagavan, this Atma. So that Bhagavan which is invoked in the Murti, to him I offer this small Agni and say this mantra, chant this mantra. So everything shined after this Bhagavan. How can this small Agni can illumine? Iti Vinayena, with humility, this mantra is chanted at the conclusion of puja. So with this, the section, the beautiful section, important section of the Valli is completed. Then we start the next Valli. Next Valli, the first mantra. It's an important and it's an important mantra. And before the mantra, the Bhashyakara gives an introduction to this Valli. We will read the introduction. This mantra, if you literally translate, the meaning will be different. Therefore, here, this mantra is similar mantra is there in Gita also. In Gita, the 15th chapter, what is chanted before food. In the 15th mantra, the 15th chapter, the first mantra itself, you can see many similarities between Kathopanishad and Gita. Many mantras are literally borrowed from Kathopanishad by the Gita. And the first mantra of the 15th chapter and this mantra, the Tatparyam, the mantra is same, almost same, only few changes. So for this, the mantra, the Bhashyakara gives us Sangati. We will read a Sangati, how he connects the Valli, the sections. What is the reason for starting this Valli? Already been taught, Brahma Tattvam been taught. Why do we need this Valli? The topic here being Brahma, and that it is a Sukshma, it is Sukshma Tattvam. Therefore, repeating the topic, it is to remove the possible doubts and to make the understanding very clear. It is also a sort of nididhyasana. It is a nididhyasana. So the punarukti is not a dosha in the context of repetition of this Brahma Tattva. Even though it is presented, but still it is again elaborated. The elaboration will make, the elaboration or further repetition, it will make clear, it will make all the doubts, all the possible doubts, the doubts arises, it will clear the doubts and it will make the knowledge very firm, steady. So therefore, the repetition in the context of this Vedanta is not a dosha. There is no punarukti dosha. So the next Valli starts the Sangati. We will read Bhashyakara gives a Sangati. Tula avadharanena eva.
Tula avadharanenaiva.
Moola avadharanam.
Moola avadharanam.
Vrikshasya yatha kriyate loke.
Vrikshasya kriyate
Evam samsara karya vriksha avadharanena.
Evam samsara karya
Tanmulasya brahmanaha swarupa avadidharagi ishaya. This Sananta. Swarupa avadidhara ishaya iyam shashti valli Arabhyate.
Swarupa
Swarupa
avadhara ishaya yam shashti valli arabhyate.
Arabhyate.
The Bhashyakara says Shashti Valli Arabhyate. This Shashti Valli is started. Why it is started? Because the Upanishad has a desire of Swarupa Avadhara Ishaya Yam Shashti Valli Arabhyate. So the Upanishad has the desire, the vivaksha. What? Avadhara Ishaya. Avadharanam. Avadharanam is ascertaining. Avadharanam is ascertaining. Out the Upanishad ascertains this Swarupa of what? Swarupa of Brahma. Brahmanaha Swarupa. Brahmanaha Swarupa Avadhara Ishaya. It is Tritiya Vibhakti. With the desire to ascertain the Swarupa of Brahmanaha. Brahmanaha is that, it's some type. It is Brahmanaha. It is not Brahmanaha. Brahmanaha. Brahmanaha Swarupa Avadhara Ishaya Yam Shashti Valli Arabhyate. The sixth Valli is started. In the beginning, Vrikshasya, the word Vriksha is what Vriksha? Why tree is talked about? Because the next month, the first mantra is there is a mentioning of Ashvatta Vriksha. Ashvatta tree, Vriksha. That Ashvatta Vriksha, that whose Moola, Ashvatta Vriksha, has got roots and the trunk and the branches are there. So that Ashvatta Vriksha, that example is taken by the Upanishad and presence is Swarupa of Brahma. So therefore, there is a mentioning of the word in the Sangati Vrikshasya. Vrikshasya Moola Avadharanam Kriyate. Moola means the root. Moola is the root. Vrikshasya Moola Avadharanam Kriyate Loke. Loke means in the world. In the world, Vrikshasya Moola Avadharanam Kriyate. Yatha Kriyate. Just as in the world, Moola Avadharanam, ascertaining the Moola, the root. Kriyate. Ascertaining the root. How you Moola Avadharanam, how you ascertain the root? Because the top is there. The top is Tula Avadharanena Eva Moola Avadharanam Vrikshasya Kriyate Yatha Loke. That is, by seeing the Tula Avadharanam. Tula is that which is available for you to see. Tula Avadharanam. Tula means you can take it as Karya, the result, the product. So Tula Avadharanam is you see that the tree with the many branches, the trunk is there, many branches. So Tula Avadharanam. Ascertainment, you can ascertain the tree. Just as by Tula Avadharanena, Moola Avadharanam Kriyate Loke. That is ascertainment of this, the root. The tree has got root. We can know by seeing the Tula Avadharanam, by seeing the effect. The roots are the cause. The root is the cause. The cause is there for the tree, which are the roots. But roots you don't see. You see only the top, the vriksha alone you see. So by that you ascertain the root. The root must be there. So Tula Avadharanena Eva, by knowing the karya, by knowing the effect, we can ascertain the root. Knowing the cause, we can infer, knowing the effect, we can infer the cause. The effect is known, from that we can infer the cause. The effect is Tula. By seeing the Tula, by knowing the Tula, you can infer the Mula. So, Tula Jnanena Mula Jnanam Bhavati. Tula is effect, the Karya. So, Tula Karya Jnanena Karana Jnanam Bhavati. By knowing the effect, we can know the cause. Okay, this is for the Vriksha. Similarly, this in the previous section also the Upanishad presented Brahma as Jagat Karanam. Brahma is Jagat Karanam. If Brahma is a Jagat Karanam, how it is Jagat Karanam? It is Abhinna Nimitta Upadanam. It is the Nimitta Karanam as well as it is the Upadana Karanam. It is the material cause for this Jagat. So Brahma, the cause, and the Karya is this Jagat, the product, the effect. So the Jagat being the Karya, Brahma being the cause, from the effect, from the Jagat Karya, you can infer Brahma. How? Not by any Pramana, only by Shastra Pramana. Only by Shastra alone you can know. So this Brahma, which is the cause, that alone appears as the effect. Therefore, Brahma is everywhere. So Brahma is the truth, the Tatparyam of this Jagat. This is what the Shastra wants to tell. So, since Jagat is the Karya and Brahma is the cause, the Upanishad uses a Vriksha Drishtanta here. The world is compared to the Jagat. The Jagat is compared to a Vriksha. And Brahma is the root, the Karana. So Jagat Vrikshaha, that is Karyam. Brahma is the Mula, which is the Karanam. So Jagat Vrikshasya Karanam Brahma. Jagat Vrikshasya Moolam Karanam Brahma. For this Jagat Karya, the effect, what is the Karanam? This Brahma is the Karana. The tree is visible. The roots are not visible. Cause is always not visible. Karya only is visible. Karya only is available for your perception. Karanam is not available because Karanam is as though hidden. So, Brahma, which is the Karanam for Jagat, like the root of a Vriksha, it is below. The roots are below. So, therefore, since the roots of the tree are below, which is not seen, similarly, Brahma, which is the cause, that is not available for your ordinary means of knowledge. But Jagat, Brahmanaha, this Karya, the Jagat is available. It is available for all the Pramanam. Whereas this Jagat, which is available for all the Pramanam, whereas this Brahma, which is the cause, it is not available for any of the Pramanam, which is available only for Shastra Pramanam. So as we infer from the Vriksha what we see, we infer the roots which are not visible. Similarly, from the Jagat, Karya Jagat, we can infer through Shastra Pramanam, the cause, the Brahma, the root, the Brahma. That much is only the example. In the Vriksha, the trees are below and the branches, everything are above. But here, when we see the mantra, we'll see that they discuss that below and the roots are below and the branches are above for the Vriksha. That much. So therefore, Moola Avadaranam, Moola Vrikshasya Moola Avadaranam Yata Kriyate Loke. Tula Avadaranena Eva. Ascertainment of the Moola, the roots of the Vriksha, how it is done in the Loka by Tula Avadaranam, by knowing the effect, that is Tula, the effect, the cause, that is the branches, the trunk of the tree. Tata evam, similarly, samsara karya vriksha avadharanena. Samsara is the karya. Samsara, not samsarasya karya. Samsaraha eva karyam. Samsaram eva karyam. And karya, that is compared to this vriksha avadharanena. Samsara karya is the effect, that is this vrikshasya tula avadharan. Tula. Vriksha avadharanena, karya avadharanena, tula avadharanena. So, avadharanam is understanding, ascertaining, comprehension. Therefore, samsara eva karyam, the samsara karyam eva vrikshasya avadharanam. The tree, that vriksha, which is in the form of, which is the jagat. The vriksha, which is this jagat, which is the karya. Tasya avadharanena, by knowing this jagat, by understanding the jagat, which is the karya, which is the effect, and that can be compared to a vriksha, comparable to a tree. So, by knowing the karya, brahmanaha swarupa avadharanam bhavati, the cause of the karya, this samsara vriksha, what is that? Brahma. So, brahmanaha swarupa avadharanam bhavati. There is understanding of this nature of this Brahma. But Upanishad wants to present it as the vivaksha, it has a desire to convey. Therefore, brahmanaha swarupa avadidhara ishaya iyammalli chashti valli arabhyate. The desire to present, the desire to ascertain the swarupa of Brahma, the sixth valli is started. Avadharayitum icha. Avadharayitum icha avadidhara isha. Avadidhara isha, like muktum icha, mumuksha. So the desire to ascertain. Avadharanam. Avadharanam is the avadharanam is ascertainment, ascertaining. So avadharayitum icha avadidhara isha. Tritya vibhakti avadidhara ishaya. So this is sananta. San prata icharte san. Dhru dhatu. With ava upasarga. So duplication happens and you get the form avadidhara isha. Taya avadidhara ishaya. So the desire to ascertain this swarupa of Brahma. Tanmulasya. Tanmulasya, that referring to this karyasya jagataha vrikshasya mulasya. What is the cause for this jagat vriksha? That is Brahma. Therefore, tanmulasya, Brahma, which is the root, which is the cause of this samsara vriksha. Samsara, the jagat, which is the karya, which is presented as vriksha in this drishtanta. So, tasya mulasya brahmanaha surupa avadara ishaya iyamvalli arabhyate, iyam shashtivalli arabhyate. So, therefore, the swarupa Brahma can be known by understanding this jagat vriksha, by this jagat. Knowing the effect, you can know the cause. Knowing the clay, knowing the pot, you can know the clay. Gatagyanena pratgyanam bhavati. Because karana gunaha karye vartante. Whatever it is in the cause, that alone will be in the karya. And karya only is available for your perception. So analyzing the karya, you can understand the karanam. But here it is only through shastra pramanam. We can know that always you have to bring in shabda pramanam, shastra pramanena avadharanam avagamanam bhavati. Swarupa brahmanaha swarupa avagamanam bhavati. So Shastra also does the analysis of this karya jagat. From that, it presents logically, this karya, the karana, jagat can be known. So therefore, karya jnanena, karya avadharanena, karana jnanam, karana avadharanam yatha bhavati loke tadvat atrapi. The same way here also. Here also, the Shuddhi does the analysis of this jagat, vriksha, to know the cause of the jagat, which is Brahma. So therefore, Brahmanaha Swarupa avadharayitum yamvalli arabhyate. So sixth valli is started. Let us read the mantra. Urdhva moola madashakha. Sorry. It is avashaka. For me, the Gita shloka comes. Urdhva moola madashakam ashpattam pragurabhyayam chandam siyasya parudhani yastam ved. That is 15th chapter, first mantra. Anyway, here it is. The mantra is little different. Urdhva moola avakshaka. Urdhva moola avakshaka.
Urdhva moola avakshaka.
Esho shvattas sanatanaha.
Esho shvattas sanatanaha.
Urdhva moola avakshaka. Shakaha. Esho shvattas sanatanaha. Because of the influence of Gita. Okay, please repeat again. Urdhva moola avakshaka.
Urdhva moola avakshaka.
Esho shvattas sanatanaha.
Esho shvattas sanatanaha.
Tadeva shukram tad brahma.
Tadeva shukram brahma.
Tadeva amritamuchyate.
Tadeva amritamuchyate.
Tasmin lokashrita sarve.
Tasmin lokasya sarve.
Tadunatyeti kaschana.
Adunaketi
Etadvaitat. Urdhva moola avakshakaha is in Gita. Urdhva moolam adashakam. Yesho shvattas sanatanaha ashvattam praguravyayam. Then second line is different. Chandam sayasya parnani yastam veda sa vedavit adaschodvam prasata tasya shakha guna pravruddha vishaya pravalaha adascha moolan yanusantatani karmanubandhini manushya loke. You all know 15th chapter of the Gita.
SG.
We have to supposed to chant before Bhojanam. Since it is chanted every day, so we know by heart. At least one chapter, the 15th chapter, everybody knows. 15th chapter, 12th chapter. 12th chapter, smallest chapter, only 20 shlokas. So you can see the similarity between these two, Gita and the Gita shloka and this mantra. The same vriksha drishtanta is there. So Ashvattaha is Ashvatta tree. I think the botanical name is Figus religiosa, something is. That's the name. In English, it's called people tree. Ashvatta vriksha. So Ashvatta vriksha, Eshaha Ashvattaha, Sanatanaha. This Ashvatta is Sanatana. What is this Ashvatta? This Ashvatta is referring to Esha, referring to this Jagat. This Jagat. This Jagat is Ashvattaha, which is Sanatanaha. Why? How can this Jagat be Sanatana? Sanatana means that which is ever there, permanent. Sanatanam is permanent. That which is permanent. This Jagat is permanent. Jagat is not permanently permanent. It is relatively permanent. It is changingly permanent. Because Jagat manifests and it is there for a certain period of time, sustaining the jivas, the beings, the beings. Then again it is resolved back, goes back into, because it becomes unmanifest. Again it comes back during the next Srishti. So therefore, when Srishti is there, it comes into manifestation. When Pralaya is there, again it becomes unmanifest. So therefore comes and goes. But it is there. Therefore, it has got Pravaha Nityatva. It is Nitya, but what Nitya? Pravaha Nitya. It is like we say the river is perennial river. Perennial river means it is not perennially perennial, relatively perennial. As long as this Jagat is the river also will flow. So the water is there all the time. Therefore perennial we say. What happens when the Srishti goes into Pralaya? So therefore that is the word perennial is all the words are relative only. Even in Vyavahara when we say something, that is a relative word. Relatively it is permanent. So similarly here also it's a relative. Pravaha Nityatvam. So Sanatana is that which is Sanatana is only Brahma. Brahma alone Sanatana. Kugyam Brahma Sanatana iti Madhuramaja said. So therefore here this Sanatana is referring to this Eshaha. Eshaha is this. This is this which is available for your immediate objectification, immediate recognition. What is that? This Jagat. This Jagat is Sanatana. It is permanent. It has got Pravaha, Nityatvam. Therefore, it is relatively permanent. It is Ashvataha. Ashvataha, Shva means tomorrow. The word Ashvataha, you see, Shvaha means tomorrow. So, Ashvata, Shvaha, na tishtati iti Ashvataha. Shvaha tishtati iti Shvataha. Shvaha na tishtati iti Ashvataha. That is, it is not permanent. Ashvata. Ashvata is that which is not permanent. Sanatana is that which is permanent. So two contradicting words. Therefore, we have to understand Ashvataha Sanatana means relatively permanent. That's why we say Pravaha Nityatvam. Sanatana is permanent. The word Ashvataha, the etymology of the word itself, Shvaha means tomorrow. We cannot say tomorrow it will be there. Shvaha Tishtati iti Shvattaha, na Tishtati Ashvattaha. So therefore it is impermanent. Sanatana is permanent. So two things are there, therefore impermanently permanent or permanently impermanent. It means relatively impermanent. That is what the meaning is. So two contradicting words are there. So we have to see the words, meaning of the individual words when it is contradicting. Because it is contradicting, therefore we have to see the total meaning. Total meaning Ashvataha Sanatana is this Jagat has got Nityatvam, but Nityatvam, it's not really Nitya. It has got Pravaha Nityatvam. So, like the tree which is there now and tomorrow may not be there, Ashwatha. So, like this Jagat is there now and tomorrow it may not be there, it will be dissolved. It becomes unmanifest. And the Jagat is it's a continuously flowing thing. Therefore, a thing in the world is permanent. Everything is subject to change. Not in the same form you don't see. You don't see the second object. You don't see the object second time. You don't see the same object second time. You don't see the same. That is what Shunya for this argument. We don't see the same object second time because it has undergone change. That change may not be available for your appreciation, but it has undergone change. Therefore, it is continuously changing, but it gives a sense of the permanency. That is what the nature of this Jagat is. Jagat looks permanent, but it is not permanent. It continuously changes. The change is so quick and so sukshma that we don't have that much that that Indriya, that much the complicated, sophisticated Indriya to see that fine change, but change is happening. Therefore, this world, this Eshaha, this Jagat, which is evident to us, it undergoes changes continuously. Therefore, changingly, it is permanent and is Urdhva Mulaha. Mulaha is the root. The root is above. The root is above. What is the means? Root is above. Urdhva Mulaha is, Mula is Urdhvam. Mula is the root. The Mula is, Urdhvam is above. So here above, not literally above. Urdhva is, it is above means that which is the root is above. The root is greater. That is Brahma, which is a root for this Jagat. It is above. It is Adhisthana. It is greater because it is Karanam. Therefore, it is Urdhva. The word Urdhva, not literally the directional word here. Urdhva is Brahma, which is the cause. The cause is superior, greater than the Karanam. That is what Urdhva means. This Jagataha, this Yeshaha Jagat, Urdhva Mulaha, the root for this Jagat is Urdhva, is above. What is the root for this Jagat? Brahma. So Brahma is above. Brahma is above means Brahma is the Adhara, it is Adhisthana. Therefore, it is always above. It Karanatva, it is above. It is not above, therefore, it is not available for your perception. What is available for your perception is only this Jagat. Only Tula Jagat only is available. And the Karanam of this Jagat, which is the Mula Brahma, which is above. Because it is greater, therefore above. The Urdhva here, it is greater. It is exalted. That is a meaning here. It is greater. What is that? Tateva Shukram Brahma. That is Shukram, which is Shubram, pure. Tat Brahma. That is Brahma. Tat Eva Amritam Iti Uchyate. That alone is Amrita. Namrita, which is Mrita is, that alone is permanent. Here it is permanently permanent. The Brahma is Amritam. That which doesn't undergo any change. That which is the Adhara for all the changes. That doesn't undergo any change. That is Amritam. So there is a difference between Sanatanaha and Amritam in this shloka. Sanatanaha, the word qualifies Ashvatta. That Sanatana is relatively permanent. Pravaha Nityam, Nityatvam, Nityam. And here the Amritam is referring to the Mula, the Brahma, which is Amritam, which is whose nature is permanency is his nature, which is Amritam, doesn't undergo any change. That which is the Adhara cannot undergo any change. Adhara is there, therefore all the changes are visible on the Adhara. So Jagat, for the Jagat, this Brahma is the Adhara. Jagat undergoes changes and the Adhara doesn't undergo change. This Adhara is what these Shunyavadis tell this. Therefore, they say that nothing alone exists. That nothing is what we call it as Brahma. Brahma alone exists. That is Sat. More on this we will see. We'll see that in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanta Shanta Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
धन्यवाद जी.